Have you heard the news? Honkai Star Rail's developer HOYOVERSE just got hit with a massive $20 million fine by the FTC. They're now facing some major restrictions on how they handle loot boxes, or as we know them better, Gacha. Yep, the very thing that has us all questioning our life choices and bank accounts. This could mean some big changes to the game's future, and today I'm here to break it all down for you. We'll dive into why this happened, how it affects us as players, and what it could mean for the Gacha system in Honkai Star Rail and beyond. Whether you're a casual player or someone who pulls on every banner, even when you really shouldn't, this is something you won't want to miss. So let's jump right into it. On January 17th, the FTC announced that HOYOVERSE would pay a $20 million fine and face new restrictions on selling loot boxes to kids under 16 without parental consent. Wait, hold up. $20 million? That's like spending 1 million Primogems per pull and getting a 3-star weapon every single time. Ouch. But why all this drama? Well, it turns out the FTC believes HOYOVERSE misled players, especially kids, about the real costs and odds of pulling rare 5-star characters. If you've ever wished on a banner only to feel like you were tossing money into a bottomless pit, yeah, they're talking about that. Here's the kicker. The FTC claims the system was deliberately designed to confuse players with virtual currencies and exchange rates, making it nearly impossible to figure out how much you were truly spending. Basically, it's like trying to calculate how many pulls it'll take to get your favorite 5-star when the pity system is buried in the fine print. And that's not all. HOYOVERSE also violated the Children's Online Privacy Protection Act by collecting data from kids under 13 without parental consent. So this isn't just about Gacha. It's also about shady marketing tactics and mishandling player data. As part of the settlement, HOYOVERSE now has to make some big changes. Loot boxes for players under 16? Not without parental consent. So, if your younger sibling loves pulling on banners, but can't even buy their own lunch, they'll now need a parent's okay to keep going. Be prepared for a lot of, "Mom, can I spend my allowance on these cute characters?" Another major complaint was how difficult it was to understand how much you were actually spending. To fix this, HOYOVERSE will now have to offer a direct real money purchase option alongside the usual in-game bundles. And let's be real, we've all had those moments where our luck feels like pulling a 3-star weapon out of 10 pulls. Frustrating, right? Well, good news. HOYOVERSE will now be required to clearly display the real odds of pulling specific characters or weapons. Imagine that. No more feeling cursed every time you wish. These changes aim to make the Gacha system less predatory and more transparent, especially for younger players. Speaking of frustrations, let's talk about the infamous pity system. One of the most annoying parts of Honkai Star Rail's Gacha system is figuring out how close you are to hitting pity. I can't be the only one who's gone into my wish history and manually counted every single pull, right? It's like playing detective in a never-ending mystery. Tedious, exhausting, and completely avoidable. Now imagine if there was a pity counter built directly into the interface, a simple tracker that tells you exactly how many pulls you've done since your last 5-star, and how many more you need to guarantee the next one. It would save so much time and completely eliminate the guesswork. HOYOVERSE, if you're listening, please make this a reality. But how will these changes impact our daily experience as players? Well, for starters, the game might feel less gamified. The thrill of pulling and converting currency could lose some of its magic when everything is laid out so transparently. On one hand, that transparency is a win. It's harder to feel cheated when the odds are clear. But on the flip side, the financial aspect of Gacha might become less exploitative, but also less exciting. It's like buying a pizza where you know exactly what toppings you're getting. Practical, sure, but where's the fun in the surprise? And let's not forget, this isn't just about Honkai Star Rail. It's a ripple that could spread across the gaming industry. Gacha systems are massive moneymakers, and this ruling might set a new standard for other developers. Games like Honkai Impact 3rd, Genshin Impact, and even console games with loot box mechanics could face similar scrutiny. As a player, I can't help but feel conflicted. On one hand, it's fantastic to see steps being taken to protect kids and make the system fairer. But on the other hand, part of what makes gacha games so addictive and engaging is the suspense and excitement. Will these changes strip away too much of that magic? Finally, just a quick note. Everything I've discussed is specifically tied to the United States and the recent FTC rulings. So, when can we expect these changes to roll out? The settlement still needs approval from a federal judge, but once that happens, HOYOVERSE will have to move quickly to comply. We could see these updates implemented in Honkai Star Rail and other games within the next few months. It's definitely something to watch closely. Will HOYOVERSE find a way to balance player satisfaction with meeting the FTC's demands? Or will this be a turning point for gacha games as we know them? Now, I want to hear from you. Do you think these changes will make Honkai Star Rail a better game? Or do you fear it might lose some of its charm? And what do you think about that $20 million fine? Is it enough to send a strong message to developers? Or just a drop in the bucket for a company like HOYOVERSE? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And if you want to keep up with how this situation unfolds, because let's be real, this isn't over yet, be sure to subscribe, like, and hit that notification bell. You won't want to miss what happens next. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.